Right, I'm currently running a bottoming out tap down all the bolt holes to clean them, and they do feel a bit dry and crusty, so this may well be a worthwhile endeavour. The tap wasn't expensive, it was only about a £5, maybe even less than that, so well worth the effort I think. I'm going to go and do all 10 bolt holes to make sure they're clean, and then I will at some point bring the compressor around and blow out these threads. A bit of a hassle bringing them all the way, the compressor all the way down here, but I think again it'll be worth it just to make sure they're clean. This is why it's well worth doing the bottoming out tap on the cylinder head bolt holes. All that grey matter at the end is just sludge that's come out of the threads, and they do feel tight when you run the taps down. Now they feel beautifully smooth, so well worth the effort. So I bring you back, and I've got ahead of myself a little bit. Things moved rather quickly, and as it was a nice day I just got cracking with it. The things that happened was I used the airline to blow out the bolt holes in the block. Then I degreased the top of the block. I cleared out as much oil out of the cylinder head and degreased the face. I put the cylinder head gasket into place and made sure it lined up, and now I've loosely fitted all the bolts into the cylinder head. They are literally finger tight. So apologies for not doing this bit of filming earlier, but I was just flowing, getting on with it, and a lot of it was spur of the moment, nice weather opportunity. So apologies for that. We're ready to start talking. I've nipped everything down in sequence. I've written in Sharpie on the cylinder head the sequence that they get tightened. The first step is 40 Newton meters. The second step is 60 Newton meters, and then it's a half turn after that. But I'm going to bring it up gently to 40, gently to 60, so this will take far longer than it would do normally. But I'm just going to go bit by bit and take it easy, and that way hopefully settle the head down nice and gently. The next stage is 60 Newton meters. Nine. 10. Right, the next step is a half turn. Now what I've got here is an inexpensive gauge. Effectively the arm coming off it here clips to any solid part of the engine. There's a dial on there which I don't think you can see, but I've set it to 0, and then when we torque it up further we rotate it until it hits 180 degrees on the other side of the dial. Hopefully the dial won't move, so I'll take a rough bearing as to where the torque wrench goes on as well. I've never tried this before, so wish me luck. The anchor point for this one is down on the block there. So yeah, let's do the half turns. I'm going to put a little mark on the head of the bolt, so at least we know where it's starting. Cool, that gives us a reference point if things go wrong. Number 1, check. 180 degrees. That's number one done. Lovely. Good, number 10. I'm going to attempt to fit the exhaust gasket donut in now before it becomes difficult later on. I've got less access, and I'm going to try and do the spring clamps now. The fun bit, the donut slips straight into the exhaust manifold and the downpipe, no problem. Now I've just got to somehow get these spring clips on using our favourite tool. Another reason to do it now is before everything else like the carburettor and the shields go back on. Let's get this exhaust into place. Okay, I've got one spring clamp on one side so far, so I'm going to attempt to do the other side. This theoretically is the more difficult side, but I may well be eating my words in a second. There we go, 2 spring clips fitted. That was quite a productive afternoon. We've got the cylinder head on and torqued down, and we've got the exhaust manifold back connected to the downpipe. So yeah, that was well worth the effort today. I'm pleased with that. All we've got to do now is reconnect everything else. I am waiting for a couple of parts, but if they don't arrive in time, then I'll refit the old bits, test it, and then fit out the new bits when they come in.